Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to do a concealer battle kind of video. So I'm going to be putting up Tarte Shape Tape. I guess I could like get them out and like show them to you. I'm going to be doing a Tarte Shape Tape versus the Born This Way Multi Sculpting Concealer by Too Faced. I recently got this concealer and I have been loving it so much, and so much that I haven't really been using my Tarte Shape Tape, which is a concealer that is like a holy grail that I literally cannot not have in my collection. Although I still do use this for priming my eyelids every once in a while and for cutting my crease, so it's not completely replaced it, but I do really love this for under the eyes. I think this is such a beautiful concealer, and the Tarte Shape Tape, as we all know, is super iconic and amazing. So I wanted to put them up against each other. I'm hoping that these shades are kind of similar, but I guess we'll find out. If you enjoy this kind of thing, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And that was like really loud. Let's just go ahead and get started. First of all, I have the shade, for Tarte Shape Tape, I have the shade Fair Neutral, and it looks like this. If you guys have been around for a minute, you know I have super extremely fair skin. And then I have the shade Swan in the Too Faced Concealer. This is the lightest shade that they carry. And you know what? These are actually gonna be okay against each other. Cool. The top one right here is the Too Faced, and the bottom one is the Tarte Shape Tape. So they're pretty decently close. I was like worried that I was gonna put it on and it was gonna look like really different. The Tarte Shape Tape concealer comes in 30 different shades, and you have 10 milliliters in here. I have the shade Fair Neutral, which I think is like the third lightest in their collection. I tend to go for neutral shades when it comes to foundation and concealer because I feel like it fits me best. It's a full coverage concealer. It's matte. It is good for contouring and highlighting, and it's on the website. It says it's creamy, easy to blend formula, won't flake or crease. It has nourishing mango seed and shea butters, and it helps illuminate skin for a lifted effect. I 100% agree with all of those things. I think this really is a great concealer. The only thing that I wouldn't say that it really does, it doesn't really illuminate the skin. It is a pretty matte formula, but it's not drying. So I do really love this so much. It's such an amazing concealer. And it retails for $27 US. Now the Too Faced concealer comes in 20 different shades. It has 15 milliliters in it, which is a lot of product compared to basically every other concealer that I've seen. I have the shade Swan, and this is the lightest shade that they carry, and it's described as fairest with neutral undertones. I love this concealer. This is such a creamy concealer. It's very full coverage. This is also great for highlighting and contouring. It claims to have a natural finish. It's the ultimate multi-use formula for modern, hydrated, fully ready complexion. Oil-free, non-comedogenic. I can't say that, but I know that means not clogging the pores. It says it's weightless and it's hydrating, never dry or cakey, it won't wear for 12 hours, photo friendly, no flashback. And this one retails for $29. It's $2 more expensive than the Tarte Shape Tape, but you are getting a third more in this one than you are in this one. So I think technically this one would be the better deal for how much comes in the actual concealer bottle. But we all know what really matters is how they perform. Because I think we all know by now that we're all willing to spend the money as long as it looks good on our face. These both have very large wands. The Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit larger, but the Too Faced one is still pretty large as well. Both have an angle at it. Although I feel like the Too Faced one does have a little bit more of a dip, so it holds a little bit more product on the brush. So that's what they look like in comparison. Both large. Tarte Shape Tape looks larger, but I feel like the Too Faced one actually does hold a little bit more product. I am going to be applying these both with a brush. That's kind of the technique that I've been using lately. It's just like the easiest everyday technique, I feel like. I love using a sponge because of the really nice finish that you get from it, but the brush is going to give you a more full coverage effect, and I want to show that off in this battle to see, you know, which one lays the best at full coverage. So I'm going to be, wow, how does this happen? How? It literally was like, so I am going to be using a brush today. I'm going to use two different brushes, of which I hope I have clean ones. I did not think about that, so I'll be right back. So for my makeup today, I went for a more natural look. I did new lashes today, which I actually was planning. I was gonna use lashes, but then I put my mascara on and I was like, you know what? Let's leave this simple today. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and cleaned these brushes with my Cinema Secrets. I don't recommend doing that for like your face brushes, but in desperate times, you do things like that. The brushes I'm using are the Morphe G2 brush. I don't know if they actually make this anymore, but it's a really dense dome brush. I love this for concealer. And the other one that I'm using is the Real Techniques sculpting brush. I absolutely love this for concealer. I think it's, well, it's a sculpting brush, but it's really, really great for concealer. So let's go in with the Tarte Shape Tape first. I'm gonna do this one on my right side, and then I'll do the Too Faced on my other side. Oh, and let me zoom you in. Okay, so I always go under my eyes. And both of these concealers go like a really long way, so you really don't need a lot. I always do some on my forehead, my nose, and on my chin. And I think that's good. Now the Too Faced. Okay, so we have about the same on both. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go in with this brush on the Tarte Shape Tape side. As you can see, the Tarte Shape Tape, it just blends so beautifully, so easy, and I love it so much. I'm just like really super interested to see how they do against each other because they're both so good. Let's go ahead and blend out the Too Faced side as well. It also blends out so fast and seamlessly. Okay guys, it's been about 10 minutes since I blended out my concealer. I have not set it yet, but I just wanted to show you guys that they literally look the same, like exactly the same. And like when I feel it, it's not like super wet, but it's not super dry, and they feel the same, like exactly the same. It's really weird. Like I swear, they feel the same. I'm just gonna show you my under eyes. They look really good. I have tiny wrinkles underneath my eyes. I'm not really sure how much it's showing up on the camera, but I do have tiny wrinkles under my eyes, and I feel like these concealers are amazing at like covering those up without them sinking into the lines, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just gonna very lightly set these underneath my eyes just for the sake of the longevity of my makeup for the day. Although I don't really feel like if you were wearing this out really quick, you honestly wouldn't even need to set these. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. It doesn't need a lot anyways. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face makeup. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm done with my makeup. Everything's looking really good. Also, I wanted to show you guys the swatches on my hand. The Tarte Shape Tape, the one at the bottom, it definitely like oxidized a tiny bit, and also it is completely dry without like obviously setting it or anything. And the top one, the color still held true, but it is a tiny bit not as dry. Like, let me show you again what the Tarte looks like when you first swatch it. See how much lighter it is? Yeah, so it definitely oxidizes, but here is what the Too Faced looks like when you first apply it before it dries down. So not much of a change there, but here there's definitely a big change. So I thought that was worth noting, the fact that the Tarte Shape Tape does oxidize just a little bit. I think that's everything to note right now. I am going to be doing check-ins throughout the day so we can kind of see how it's wearing, how everything's looking. I guess I should do one more close-up with my powder and everything so you guys can see. So here's what we're looking like. looks really good. So remember, this is the Tarte Shape Tape and this is the Too Faced. Even though the Tarte Shape Tape oxidizes, you can't really tell like on the face because they still look pretty much the same. But yeah, everything looks beautiful. So in that case, I'm gonna go throughout my day. Like I said, I will do check-ins. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so I forgot my camera in my house, but I just got in my car to leave and I forgot to tell you guys, wow, it's really hard to look at the selfie camera. It looks like I'm staring at something weird. But anyways, it's 10:47 right now. I've had this makeup on probably for 45 minutes, maybe 45 minutes is when I recorded that part. So about 10 o'clock. But yeah, I just forgot to tell you guys the time, and also in daylight. Here's what we're looking like. Hopefully you guys can see everything pretty good on this camera. I'm also using the selfie side, which is probably not the best side. Here's the other side. I have no idea how this footage is gonna look because I can't really see myself. But here's my back camera. So maybe it's easier to see my face. Maybe you can see all the texture and all the little bumps and all the like imperfections in my face better. Okay guys, my phone is about to die, but this is what my face is looking like. I really hope that I'm able to show you guys this properly. I can't tell. It's looking pretty good considering I've been in the hot sun for a while. And I mean, I have some off of my nose because I was wearing my sunglasses, but other than that, it's really, really good. I could use like some powder, but I'm looking pretty good. Okay guys, so it's been a pretty long day. It's now 8:53 p.m. and I'm getting tired, like pretty tired. I'm ready to take off my makeup, you know, ready to settle down, but I want to give you guys one last update. Now this has been on for so I put on around like 10 o'clock. Wow, so like 11 hours. Let me zoom you in. Here's what we're looking like. Definitely a lot is off of my nose just because I was wearing sunglasses today. You know, I probably touched my nose a couple times from that. So it is breaking up a little bit here on the Tarte side and a little bit here, but that could be because I had sunglasses on, so the frames probably hit me there. Let's see, on the chin, still there. It's like even still on my forehead. For it being 11 hours, it still looks really good. See? Both sides still basically look the same. So when I'm looking at it super close, and this is being super, 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 super picky, like honestly they look the same, and I would say this would be like a tie. If you look under the Tarte Shape Tape where I have this big crease, there is more creasing here than there is on the Too Faced side. So if I had to be nitpicky, I would say maybe the Too Faced is like this much better. Like this much, like a hair, like literally a hair. But honestly, both of them are amazing. I will say the Shape Tape has way better shade range, but the Too Faced comes with a lot more product. So, I can't choose. I would say that both of these are a tie. I hate to say it because like I really want to give you like a better, this one's better than this one, but I can't because they work both so good. So I just looked it up and both Too Faced and Tarte Shape Tape are both cruelty free, so that's a tie as well. I guess if I had to, I would choose Too Faced just because it has more product. However, Tarte Shape Tape has more shade range, so it's like kind of hard to choose. Because like both of, like those are like the only things that I could pick apart from them. I like them both. If you're trying to decide which one, I would say, first of all, do you have a hard time finding your shade? Because if that is a yes, then you may want to look for Tarte first. If shade range isn't really difficult for you normally, I would say Too Faced. I don't mean that in any kind of way at all as far as like shade range goes. I'm just saying that the reality of some people is that their shade range is easier to find. Like me, honestly, even though I have a very, very fair skin, I usually can still grab the lightest shade and it'd be okay, usually. But if you find yourself having a hard time finding your shade, you may want to check out Tarte first. So that is it. That is everything. That's how I feel about them. It's a tie, I can't choose. I hope you found this at least a little bit helpful, and if you did, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of me, subscribe to my channel, and I don't know, I keep saying and. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!